They're coming for you.
Because we talk shit about ICE.
The immigrant episode, goddamn!
They got me. Welcome to the immigrant episode.
Yeah, baby! Happy Friday, happy Venus Day, and welcome to another episode of V for Minution. I'm Vivi.
And I'm also Vivi, and today we have a very fun episode planned because we are recording at night.
At night.
For anybody watching us on YouTube, you will see that we've got our mood lighting on because we are recording outside of our usual hours. So, yippee, we're clubbing. We are clubbing for the Lat Am episode.
Lat Am experience.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about stories from when we moved here, how it was adapting to the, United States culture from our own. We also, there was a poll that Vivi did with, fun stories that you guys also shared. So we're going to be sharing those too. We're going to be talking about lots of fun things.
Lots of silly stories, lots of fun experiences, and also kind of ourselves, who we are and when we moved here and things like that. So stay tuned. But first
we got big news, everybody.
Big news, baby.
Call every news outlet you know. Call Pop Base.
Give it to me.
Call Pop Base. Call Pop Crave. Call Pope Crave. Because I have finished Heated Rivalry. Thank you.
Yes! Tell us everything. How do you feel?
Okay, so first of all...
Oh, you have your notes.
I wrote notes as I finished, so I watched episodes 4 through 6 right before we started the recording.
Give it to me. Stop. Give it to me.
One, I was told there would be more Scott and Kip. There was only Scott and Kip for 5 minutes at most, but I'll get there. Notable things about
Scott
episode 4.
Fan.
Yeah, the show should have been about Scott and Kip. I had qualms again. You know what? The whole thing, I had qualms. Did I mispronounce that? Am I jumping the gun on the stuff that we mispronounced?
No. I just love that word, qualms.
And I've got plenty. So I think it was in the 4th episode where Ilya has that conversation with his dad, who clearly has either dementia or Alzheimer's or something, and he's very much affected. And even if you don't speak Russian, what's his name? Shane is well, I understood Papa or whatever. And then I thought so he leans his head against his shoulder or whatever, and Ilya is very much going through it. And there was a moment where the camera seemed so Ilya's hand was on his right leg, and Shane is coming, and I thought he literally was about to hold his hand, because you could tell this guy's going through it. Nah.
Yeah.
In between the thighs, grabbed his fucking dick. I was I'm sick of you guys. I'm sick of you. I did think so. After that, there was a moment where they called each other by their first.
I'm not gonna lie.
Well, it impacted me. It was the first thing I wrote down. I did think they had a very anime-esque moment, only because.
Which one?
There's a lot of in romance anime, so you know how they all call themselves by their last name. So there's
yes.
Do you think we should call ourselves by our first names? And then they try it. So they had that one where he was Shane, Ilya, and I was oh, okay. So whatever. Episode 4 ends, and I'm boo.
Oh no.
Then Shauna from Yellow Jackets showed up. She played the actress Rose.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I loved that. I feel I really enjoyed their friendship. I almost was I know that obviously he was not attracted to her, but I was man, you see, this is how healthy relationships look, Shane.
Oh,
this is. So that was nice.
Just a beard.
Yeah, but I enjoyed their little relationship. What else did I put down?
It was very healthy for him.
Yeah. He needed that.
He needed someone to talk to about this.
Well, I feel what I was thinking at this point, it was okay, it's been however many years. If this were, and you have to admit this, if he were your friend and I know he didn't tell her his whole predicament, but had somebody told you of a story that, you would have been hey, this probably isn't it for you.
Maybe don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's what I was thinking. I'm like, it's not that it was a bad relationship. Relationships teach you something. I'm sure you learned about yourself and what's important to you, but like maybe this guy's not it. So those are my thoughts at that point.
At that point. Uh-huh.
But then what I wrote, I remember you told me about like the confession in Russian.
Oh my God.
We didn't understand it though. But I did think
But there's subtitles.
He didn't have them.
What?
We understood him, but Shane didn't. He was just like, you feel better?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, well, blah. But I did think it was beautiful though. Russian does just sound like a beautiful language. So I personally enjoyed
gorgeous.
that as a audience member.
Uh-huh.
Then it was when Scott pulled Kip down from the audience and they kissed and he was like, oh my God. I teared up, dude. I was like,
I know. You can't help it. That shit was beautiful.
That's what I wanted. I would want 6 episodes of that.
It was adorable and they needed that so bad. And then immediately, come on now, the end of that episode.
I want to come to the cottage.
Yeah.
That was nice. I did like that. I feel like in episode 6 they finally like got over their shit and they started being a little more like vulnerable with each other.
Yeah.
I did see something on Twitter though when Ilya goes like, we're lovers. And Shane is like, stop, don't use that word. Somebody, I guess I don't know how like veridic this is because I do not speak Russian. But somebody said that like the direct translation of lovers is less of like the sexual connotation in Russian. And it literally is like 2 people who are in love.
Oh, that's adorable.
I know. So if it was that, I was like, oh, that's like very cute. But there was no more Scott and Kip.
But they lived happily ever after.
Yeah.
Because, like, he came out in front of everyone. He said, claimed, you are my man's. Like, ugh.
I love that.
Ugh.
That was beautiful.
That was incredible. And it, like, gave them permission to, like, love themselves out loud.
Yeah, it was nice. And, like, obviously, like, their relationship was potentially a little more nuanced with everything for Ilya. Like, there is, like, I can't ever go back
Russia
to my country
thing.
and all that stuff. And
And he left his whole fucking family and shit over there when his dad died. He was like, okay,
yeah,
this is it.
I know. That was sad. I mean, I enjoyed both of the characters. I feel like the love story for me could have been a little, but maybe that's just not what the show was for. Because like clearly, if you spend 5 episodes fucking, and then you just fall in love in the last one, the show is about fucking, and that's fine.
No, but they were falling in love while they were fucking. Just because they are bad at communication doesn't mean they weren't falling in love.
I don't think it was bad. I just think maybe I went in expecting like a beautiful love story and I did not find it.
Okay, maybe I should have given you the precursor. Because here's the thing. I didn't know that you watched these like overly romantic, very slow-moving, slow burn anime romance stuff.
I just should never compare anything to anime.
That affects your perception.
Well, that's the thing, and I feel like I mentioned that in like our second episode that I historically have never consumed any romance, anything like
besides
TV or books or any. I've never read love stories until I got into romance anime, and then it's like I tasted the forbidden fruit. Now, like I just know it's peak.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's fair. That's why I'm scared to watch it because, like, oof,
it literally ruins everything. It'll almost like ruin your real life because you're like, why aren't you gasping? Why aren't you gasping when you see me? You should be gasping every time you see me.
No, but I'm very proud of you. Thank you for watching this. Also, the colors behind us right now. All the things he said, running through my head, running through my head, running through my head.
All right, I'm gonna play Ilya in that scene.
This is not enough. I have a guy and a girl on me right now. This is not enough.
I need a drink. I really enjoy endings that kind of leave it up to you to fill in the rest. Yeah. And so I don't like when it's like almost like an epilogue and they're like, and then however many years later, then they finally blah, blah, blah. And then they got married. And then they adopted 7 kids.
In their house with the kids. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't need that. So I actually really, really enjoy endings like that where they're just kind of like, and now the rest is for you to like make up as you want.
Apparently there's a season 2.
God bless. Of course there is. They made so much money.
I'm so excited.
Stay tuned for the season
can't
2
wait.
reactions in
I can't
4
wait.
years
I'm
from
gonna
now
send
when
you
it comes out.
all of the thirst traps.
You know what we need, though? Since I watch Heated Rivalry, I am going to call upon our friends here, our dear listeners, recommend an anime for Vivi to watch. And then she can give us.
Please.
I can.
Oh my God,
I mean, I have so
yes.
many, but in case there's any that you guys specifically want her to like react on the same way that I've been giving like my Heated Rivalry, hopefully something like one quick season, so you're not like super tied in.
Well, I'm watching Spy Family right now, and we got to the episode where it was like the brother's like, well, to prove that you're actually dating or whatever, then kiss. And she was like, ah, and he was like, okay. And then I was like,
that's exactly it. Okay, so you got it.
And then they didn't.
I know. See, but then one
like,
day, inevitably they will. And when that day comes, you're gonna explode in your house.
I can't wait. I'm actually so excited. Anyway, okay.
So we get into our main topic of the day.
Let's jump into it. So, I mean, I guess we could talk about like first things first. We're both Venezuelan. Hey,
V for Venezuela.
Mentioned. V for Venezuela. And well, I moved here at 1 year old. A wee lassie. A baby.
A little baby.
And you?
I was 10.
Damn. 10 years difference.
Basically. It was pretty funny because I guess this part's like decidedly not funny, but like, shit was getting really bad in 2003. So yeah, not funny, guys. There was a period in early 2003 where the country, like basically like the oil workers went on strike, and so the country was at like a standstill. It was called like a paro, literally like a stop. And so because of that, my parents were like, let's just go to the United States and like wait this out because like the country's not functioning. There's no gas, no nothing. Like school was closed, nothing was working. And then because my parents are my parents, they enrolled me in school for the month that I was here. I couldn't just be on vacation. I had to go to school. So I'm in, like they enrolled, this is like 3rd grade. And they, so to give a little context, my school taught me English. Like we talked about my little Catholic school last episode. So my little Catholic school taught me enough English to like defend myself. Like I could get by, but then I would say things like, instead of like, I didn't know the word weird, and then weird in Spanish is raro. So I would say rare. Like that's so rare. And then, which I guess like in theory kind of sort of works. But I remember now people would be like,
works.
huh? But so stuff like that,
God,
or like instead
that's
of
so rare.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, oh my God was not even. I would just be like, oh,
True.
Rare. I definitely was not conversational. Like I just kind of would be like, I could like introduce myself and stuff, and then I would say like instead of cell phone stuff, like cellular phone, because like celular.
Oh yes.
So it would be a lot of like
mobile.
literal translations. But I remember while I was in that 3rd grade, like. I had a really awkward interaction with someone because I feel like, okay, maybe this is like an overwhelming generalization, but when you grow up in Latin America, especially like when we were growing up, you kind of tend to be a very political kid since you're little, because those are like the like realities that you're living. Like everybody around you is talking about that. It's kind of like, I bet the kids right now are kind of growing up pretty political, but before that, like that wasn't really the case in this country. But I was like plugged in, bro. Like I was like plugged. So I get here, and I don't know why the hell this came up. Because again, I couldn't really freely communicate with many people. I think there was a girl from like Spain or something, and we were kind of buddies that month. But then for whatever freaking reason, I said something about Cuba. And if you know anything about Venezuela and Cuba dynamics, is that, you know, like we are both leaders that were at the time, we very much disliked them. And I just knew that as a little 10-year-old. Actually, I think I was 9 at this point. I hadn't even turned 10. So I was 9. And I'm saying that shit, and this girl comes, and like, okay, I'm 5'3" now, but you know how long it took me to get to 5'3"? I was like a rat. Like I was like a small little rat. Like so thin, so scrawny, tiny. So minuscule. Yeah, but almost like people used to ask my mom if I was anemic, which is really fucking rude. But
that is rude.
I was a rat. I was like a scrawny little rat.
No.
So this girl comes up and she's like really tall. She like looks really athletic or whatever. And she was like, "What did you say about Cuba?" And I was like, "What?" And she, like, I will never forget this. She looked down at me from her towering size and she's like, God. "If you don't like Cuba, you don't like me." And she was literally ready to kill me. And I looked. I was like, "Oh my God." And then again, literally translating things that I'm trying to say in Spanish, trying to be like, "Hang on." It's just that Fidel Castro is an abomination.
No, you didn't.
Like, 9.
How did you know? Abomination.
I was 9, scrawny little rat looking up at this girl going, it's just that Fidel Castro is an abomination.
No way.
And I don't know what else happened. I think that dissuaded her probably because I used the word abomination. And she was like, God. "What is this girl fucking talking?" Okay, like, sure.
Oh my God.
But that's how that ended. And I remember being like, "Oh my God."
How did you get out of it? Did she beat you up?
No, she definitely didn't. I think she just like walked away or so. I don't have a memory past Fidel Castro's an abomination. So I really think I think we like both of us were just like, whoa. Whoa. I got intimidated because she was like 7 times my height, and she probably was like, "This girl's crazy. Why is she saying abomination in 3rd grade?" And then
why is she talking about Fidel?
What the fuck is she saying? And then that was just kind of that. But that was like my first. So that was in January of 2003. And then we left, thank God, because I was like, "The girl's gonna kill me." We came back in August. So that was like truly my inaugural experience of like a different environment than my little Caracas life.
Dang. See, that is so different because like I like moved here when I was 1, like right as I was turning 1, grew up here, and I mean, my parents did a really good job of like just keeping the Spanish in the family and like would force us to like speak Spanish to them, and there was no English in the house. But then it was like, okay, like we would speak English at school and then Spanish in the house. And I guess like this is one of my favorite stories. And mind you, I don't know at what age kids started to speak, but I was still like small enough to be in like the car seat in the back and like wearing diapers. And so my guess is like 4 or something. I have no idea. But we're in the car, and for some reason, and my parents told me this story, and I was like, "You're lying." But we're in the car, and I'm in my little diaper in my little seat or whatever, and my parents are both in the front seat, and I'm like shifting around and whatever, and da-da-da. And then they're like, "¿Qué pasa, Viviana? What's wrong? Like, ¿qué te pasa?" And I was like, "Me pica el culo." And she was like, my mom was like, "¿Cómo?" They're like driving. "¿Cómo? ¿Qué fue eso? ¿Cómo? ¿Cómo se dice, Vivi? ¿Cómo se dice?" And I was like,
wait, I think you might need to add some translations of what you're saying for our
Spanish
speaking
how do you say, she was
my
like,
ass
"Excuse
is itchy."
me." "Oh yeah, me pica el culo por favor." I literally was like, "My ass is itchy." And my mom was like, "Excuse me? What are you saying right now? How do you say it? How do you say it?" And I was like, "Me pica el culo por favor." And then I was like,
you thought they just wanted you to be polite.
My ass itches, please. Exactly.
That's a girl with manners right there.
That's a girl raised with manners.
That's literally
my parents lost it.
Like, what a well-mannered girl.
They lost it. And to this day, they're always like, "Oh my God, me pica el culo, por favor." Like, funny ass story. So, I don't know. Like, clearly I was learning. Clearly I was learning very quickly and very efficiently.
May I say also, not just quintessentially Venezuelan, because Venezuelans tend to be very vulgar, but quintessentially Maracucho, which is a person from Maracaibo, where Vivi's from, who are, if the rest of us are really vulgar, Maracaibo takes it a step up.
many steps up, if you will. There is just like, I like to explain it as like they're the New Yorkers of Venezuela, because they just be saying things that you're like, what the hell? And they're like, that. Like, I don't know. I just love it. I love it. And here's the thing, like, I grew up here, but we would go visit in the summers and we'd hang out. I think the last time I went back was 2012. Same thing. It was like, oh, summer in Maracaibo, and then we would go to Aruba and then hang out. And actually, that was the summer that I actually, like, we would always go and we would always hang out at like my aunts or uncles or my grandma's house and whatever. And it was just like family, family, family. But this time I was a senior in high school and I thought I was hot shit. And
as one does in high school.
As one does. And me and my cousin, shout out cousin. When I tell you, we were both las gringas, because they were like, no hablen en inglés que las atracan. And we were like, okay. Basically, they were like, don't speak English or you will be kidnapped. And we were like, word, 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 word. I mean, sí.
Palabra, palabra, palabra.
Palabra, palabra. Oh my God. But anyways, it was the summer of fun and love and whatever. And so there was this guy that my cousin really liked. And so they were friends. It was like, whatever. It was all like friends of cousins and whatever. And then like we all decided to go out, and we ended up going out to some like dance club in Maracaibo, which, like, again, I had never been anywhere except my aunt's house. So we were like, oh my God. And we went out and we were dancing and we were this and that. And like, ay, sí, bailamos salsa con no sé quién y no sé cuánto. And then we end up going to the guy that she likes' place. And then like, it was a whole thing. Drama ensued. And I'm not going to get into it. But in the end, it's like 3 a.m. And my grandma has not heard from me because I didn't have a cell phone.
She's thinking your ass got taken because you said, oh my God, in English.
Literally taken and never to be seen again, sold off. And fair. And when we get home, I've never seen my grandma's rage aimed at me directly, and so much so, and casi me desnuca, like she wanted to actually murder me and like choke me to death. And then I understood why my dad and all his siblings have the fear of God into my grandma, because, or like have the fear of God because of my grandma, whatever.
Got the fear of God
instilled
in them by your grandmother.
By my grandma. Thank you. I'm a just claim immigrant card for that one. But
yeah. I do it all the time. I'm like, English is not my first fucking language. It's a wonder I can do this well.
It's a wonder. Reads like 500 books a day.
Well, that actually saved me. There was one point that I
reading
read
in Spanish or in English?
Both, actually. Like some of my cousins who moved a lot later. Oh, I was like half telling you this, and then we got mega sidetracked, probably doing something stupid.
Yeah.
But my cousins that have moved here, like as adults, always say that like out of all the cousins, like I'm the one with like the most like preserved Spanish and my accent and like vocabulary and all that. And that's all reading, guys. This is going to be my plug.
Wow.
Okay, here's my plug for the episode. Number 1, go get a library card. Everybody needs a library card. Number 2,
amen.
If you speak a second language and you don't get to practice it often, read in that language. Because
I should actually do that more often.
Yeah, because like you'll call your parents and you will like pretty much always talk about
colloquial.
The same. Not just that, but like you'll always talk about the same stuff.
Yeah.
So like your vocabulary will be really limited. But if you read in... See, I don't fucking speak English, okay? So, what's that thing? It was like in a fanfic, like every mistake I have is because I don't respect the English language because it's not my first language.
I never heard that.
Oh, I mean, I'm gonna need to find it. Yeah, maybe I'll like clip it on top of the episode. But it's like
that's amazing.
Yeah. Anyway. Get a library card, read all the time, improve your vocabulary, both in English and in Spanish. But what I was saying is when I moved here.
Life hack.
Yeah, exactly. When I moved here, so I started 4th grade, and I credit like my quick adoption of English to mostly reading, but also because at that time most people in my school weren't people who spoke Spanish, so it was just kind of like I just miss Fidel Castro's an abomination, cellular phone, rare, had to just figure it out. But there was this one thing that I like always reference because it was like It, just those things that stick with you when you're little of like, wow, bro, I'm like so lost here. But in 2003 or 4, I don't remember because it was when I was in 4th grade, one of these natural disasters like struck Haiti, the country.
One of these?
Because I just don't remember if it was an earthquake or, either one of those struck Haiti. But I'm just in my class and my teacher keeps announcing that we are going to be collecting like money. And she just says, like, I don't put together that it's the natural disaster. She just keeps repeating pennies for Haiti. Okay. My LatAm brain is like, well, Haiti is Heidi. Haiti, the girl.
like the fucking German girl?
Yeah. And I was like, maybe it's just some charity named after some girl named Haiti. Which,
pennies for Haiti!
Yeah. So you guys in English pronounce her name Heidi. But in Spanish, you pronounce that name Haiti.
True.
So I'm like, okay, pennies for Haiti. Until one day I see that shit written down and I was like, pennies for Haiti, dude. I was like, Haiti. It's like, oh my God, nothing to do with Haiti the girl. This is Haiti the country.
Pennies for Haiti.
Haiti, yeah. And that was when I learned that Haiti was pronounced like that. I also never understood that somebody who was from Haiti was pronounced Haitian. And I literally thought that like...
They were just saying Asian.
I thought it was some sort of. But that one, okay, I did not find that out in 4th grade. I found that out like deep into life, dude. That I literally until I saw because I had seen it written down, but never somebody
pronounced it
and say Haitian. And then I remember the same thing. I was like, oh my God, not Asian. I thought it was like I don't know, like Asian and something else. A person from Holland. I don't know. Asian. I literally never got that far into thinking what I thought the mix was, but I thought it was a mix. I thought Haitian was a mix.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
English as a second language.
English is a second language. Holy shit. Dude. I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, growing up around a bunch of adults that obviously, like, all my parents and all my parents' friends, like, Spanish first, English second. Some of them still don't even, like, you live in South Florida, bro. Like, there's no need for you.
My mom doesn't speak English. There's no such thing as speaking English in my house.
Yeah. And they just don't find the need to, like, learn it or whatever. And so my favorite, honestly, is we went to my friend's house one day. And mind you, this is, like, super close friend. Like, her mom was friends with my mom. Like, we would hang out all the time. Like, they used to, like, know each other from Venezuela. And we went to her house, and for some reason, I don't know if we were like with neighbors or something, but like she had to speak English because there were kids that didn't speak Spanish. Oh my God, Olive. And
Ollie said, oh my God, tell me more.
Yeah. And essentially, like, I don't know. I guess she just felt the need to speak in English. And I remember like coming in from playing outside or whatever, and she was like, hello guys, hello, how are you? Hungry? Hello gays.
I'm assuming she meant guys.
Hello, guys. Yes. Hello guys. She was ahead of her time. All the queers were like, yes.
You know what? A woke icon.
A woke icon. In fucking 2003 or something.
She was like, why can't you guys all be gay? Hey, gays.
It was so funny. It genuinely was so funny. And to this day, like, it's my favorite. Whenever I, like, try to say that, I'm just like, hello, gays.
Hello, gays. I feel like it's so much cuter whenever, like, our parents' age says stuff like that. Like,
yes.
Yes. My mom has so many of them, and I literally talked to her about, like, this episode a couple days ago when I was home, and I told her like a couple things I was gonna bring up, and she was like,
You're like, oh God.
Yeah, she tried ordering crab cakes at Publix or like asking for where they are.
No.
Yeah, baby, she said crab cakes.
Can I get some crab cakes?
Crab cakes. Where are the crab cakes? And the guy was like, crab.
Dude, my mom still does. Excuse me, where are the chicken tights?
The image I got in my head right now of a rotisserie chicken with fishnets.
Excuse me, chicken tights? Do you want to eat chicken tights?
Some sexy chicken tights. Yeah, arrest me.
Arrest me. It's the theme of this episode.
Our unofficial title is Arrest. So for context, guys, is because before we started this, a police siren came outside my window and I was like, oh my God, it's because we're talking immigrant stuff. They're coming for me. Arrest me.
Arrest me.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I have one more story I want to talk about from fourth grade.
Yeah. Tell me.
So yeah, it pretty much all these things happened to me that first year. Because when I I remember there was a teacher, I didn't understand, a music teacher in fourth grade, and like she spoke so fast and so American that like she would speak and I'd be like, girl, what the I'd be like,
you were just guessing.
I literally would just be like, I don't know what you want us to do in this class. I'd be like,
oh no.
And when I started fifth grade, I could understand her, and I remember I wrote about that shit in my diary. I was like, girl, I speak English now, I'm American. Like, I'm like, whoa, we get it. But before that, one of the things that I accidentally did, and I think about this often, as I said, there were a lot of words that I just like didn't know, like weird or gross. Like a lot of I remember watching Totally Spies, and it taught me a lot of those like words that I don't want to call them like slang, but you know, they're a little more like particular. Like they're not like the English that you're taught.
Colloquialisms.
Yeah, stuff like that. The important thing is that this girl came up to me who I was friends with. And she asks me, she asked me, do you think I'm annoying? And I didn't know what annoying meant.
Oh, no.
And so by context, I was like, well, this must be a good thing. Like, do you think I'm pretty? Or like something like that. Like, she must just be asking, like, do I think she's something good? So I go, yeah. And she goes, but in a good way, right? And I was like, yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
And that interaction ended kind of like that. And it wasn't until like a while later, I don't know if it was months or years, that I like found out the meaning of the word annoying. And I remember I sat there and I was like, fuck. The
fact that you remember and you're like, I just roasted that girl to her face.
I was like, oh my God, I literally told her she's annoying casually. I was like, yeah, actually. Now that you bring it up. Super annoying.
Funny that you mentioned that.
Yeah, glad we have it out in the open.
Crazy.
Yeah. I don't know why she would ask me that though.
Oh,
I think we're both at fault.
Oh my gosh.
Because why would she ask the little immigrant girl if she thought she was
annoying? Oh my gosh. Damn.
Yeah.
Also, this is such a random memory, but do you remember Las Payasas ni fu ni fa?
Of course. They were at my birthday party.
Oh my God. Same though, but in South Florida.
Oh.
Did we fly them in?
We had the OGs in Caracas.
Oh no, I know you did. I know you did.
Goody, 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 gaga. And then, the one that was a good, Ali Bom 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 Bombero. Ali Bom 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 Ali Bom 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 Bombero. Ali Bom 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 Bom. I'm going to pull up a picture so we can show everybody what they look like. These were like the it girls. So they are kind of sort of clowns.
Literally the it girls of Venezuelan child entertainment.
Yeah, like I don't know who you were if you didn't have these people at your party. Now that I'm looking at them, I feel like I remembered them being cuntier. That was
your childhood memory. Oh my God. So scary.
Yeah, I thought they were like a bunch of hot girls. Oh my God. I think in my little childlike brain, I was like, those girls are cool as hell. And they're at my party.
Literally,
like,
I was like, oh my God, they have multicolored hair. Like, they're so cool, bro.
Maybe this is where it
literally
stems.
like, it's a clown.
Yeah, with like crazy face paint. Maybe this is where like my fascination with having unnatural hair color stems, so that my mom never let me satiate.
Probably. What's with the like white? I forgot
they're clowns.
About that.
That's
completely.
what I'm saying. I thought they were cuntier. No shade to ni fu ni fa. I mean,
no shade at all.
You shaped my child. See, I was wondering. You shaped my childhood. You shaped my childhood.
You shaped my childhood.
You know what? Things that like, oh my God, our accent comes out. The one word where I always fuck it up is love.
What?
Like I'll be like, oh, I love that. Happens to me so often, and it literally every
I'm just
time.
gonna go to FIU.
See, but like, I feel like there's the Miami accent, which like we don't have.
Yeah. which I was surprised. And like I moved to different places and not once was anyone like, oh yeah, you have a Miami accent.
Nobody tells me I have a Miami accent,
bro,
but people tell me I have an accent. And I'm like, well,
yes,
everybody has an accent, baby. That's how linguistics works. But
correct.
But yeah, the one that always...
But the bros really give us away.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But it's interesting also because this is like a linguistic side note. The Miami accent is literally just speaking English with a Spanish accent.
With a Spanish accent.
And the crazy thing is, I met a girl when I was studying abroad, and she was like white as they come. Like gringa, but grew up in Miami. And so this girl spoke like she moved here from a Latin American country. She was like, I want to go paragliding. And I was like, your name is Allison.
Megan, please.
Yeah. Kimberly.
Pronounce it correctly.
Kimberly, it's paragliding.
Kimberly, get it right.
Sarah Beth, this isn't you. But that's when I realized.
I was telling them to conform to their roots.
Yeah, be proud of who you are.
Be proud, queen.
But that's when I realized that Miami really does have. I was like, wow, like true accent because we go paragliding.
It really, really does. It really does, dude. I forget. Like you have to call me out in the moment because I know I've had moments like that. But to be honest, for me, and we talked about this before, but like I am a sponge in such a way that like I will
Libra
adopt
sponge.
accents. Oh my gosh, bro, it's bad. I will
So
adopt
Libra.
accents.
People say astrology's fake, and then here you are.
I guess so. I guess so, but like if I'm hanging out with my cousins from Spain, all of a sudden I'm listening according to my friend, and I was like, what? Or like if I'm hanging out with like these Colombian friends, I am suddenly paisa, and like it's embarrassing. Like my mom called me out on the phone.
Drop your little, your humble brag. When did you pick up a paisa accent? Tell us all.
Well, I hate this. I used to tour, and so I was touring with Maluma, and everyone on his crew was paisa.
Maluma baby, pretty Maluma boy, dirty boy.
And when I tell you that I picked up the phone and I was like, "Hola mami, ¿cómo estás?" She was like, "Who?"
I literally would be like hang up and dragon. Someone stole your identity.
¿Será porque tengo un mes con estos paisas que quieres que te diga?
Wait, you're so good at this. What the fuck? This is a gnarly, like very good Colombian accent she's pulling off right now.
It's absurd. It's really bad. Love my paisas though.
Yeah, I like it. I like listening to it. I like a lot of Colombian accents. I think they're fun.
Yeah, it's so fun. But yeah, and so I don't know. We'll see what else I adopt because you never know. My favorite thing in explaining a Venezuelan accent is that we eat our S's. Like we just don't say them. La agua.
I like how you were buffering, trying to find a word with S.
I was waiting for you to say
but you were in the middle of your thought. I was letting you finish. Okay,
I was like,
I have a story. I can offer an option, not an option.
Give it to me.
An example. I had a friend in middle school, and he was Colombian, and he would always make fun of me because they pronounce their S's, and we like
very much so.
As Joanna Hausman says, we're like Elvis Presley. We're like,
exactly.
So our word for soda, like a Coke, like a Pepsi, whatever. I don't know. I want to drink soda, but
yeah,
for stuff like that. Is refresco, but we say refresco. And he would always be like, refresco. And I was like, gaseosa, like a nerd.
Ew, like a nerd.
Like a nerd.
The more S's you pronounce, the more nerdier you are.
Fucking loser. Loser. This was so niche. This is only Venezuelan. This is Venezuelan on Venezuelan humor.
Venezuelan on Venezuelan humor.
I'm doing the anime push-up glasses. You know.
Yeah.
You know what? Justice for anime, because if you push up your glasses from one side, they will inevitably become like
crooked.
Yes, that's the word. I was going to say misaligned, but no, you're right, crooked. But if you push them up through the middle, unfortunately, I have unironically started pushing up my glasses.
I have noticed that. You've done that for a while.
Yeah, because I'm a fucking weeb.
A fucking weeb.
A fucking weeb, but yeah.
I
can't wait to meet you.
I just feel like if I do that, I just look nerdy.
Well, yeah,
it looks like I flipped someone off.
Well, you gotta open up your whole hand like this and do it like a proper anime character, and then you need like the flash. Yeah, like the this isn't working, but like the light flash and go. Now you're scheming and plotting.
God, I keep flipping the camera off.
You gotta have the dramatic hands.
I almost poked myself in the eye. Oh my God. Wow. Digress.
You know, we never told everybody about our side note thing.
We never explained that, did we?
So we clearly have not held up our promise to ourselves. But before we started this podcast, because we too tend to go on tangents such as this, we said that we were gonna have a sign for each other when we were like, "Whoa, we're off," and we called it the shock collar. So we were gonna go like this. To anybody not watching us, we're just kind of putting both of our hands around our neck like crazy.
Choking ourselves.
Sexy.
Hey.
Bark like you want it. Bark like you want it. Arrest me. Arrest me. Oh, my word.
Oh. I'm red. Okay.
Just like an anime.
Oh my God. But wait, okay, we were talking about, like, is there anything that, like, you had to explain to people about Venezuela because people just didn't know where the fuck Venezuela was?
That actually...
That's happened a lot.
Funny you word it like that. So I will say, I feel like I will acknowledge that you and I have the privilege of, like, we grew up in a place that is like 50% Hispanic.
More.
So I never really, it probably is more now. This was like a statistic that I looked up like forever ago. But I feel like I never really felt culture shock until after college when I moved to Nashville.
Never.
But before that, I literally...
Nashville's crazy, bro. I can't even imagine. If I had culture shock going up to Tallahassee, bro, I can't imagine.
Yeah, that's something to get into next time. But
we're in the South.
But before that, I feel like I never really had anything too bad. But funny that you say the where is Venezuela, because one time I met a girl and I was telling her about how I studied abroad in Spain, and she, like, bless her, like, she really meant well.
Oh no.
But she asked me very earnestly and very like in a caring way. She was like, "Oh, so did you get to see your family when you were in Spain? Did you get to go back home to Venezuela?" And I was like, "Oh." I was like, I was a little farther than I am when I lived here. It was a little harder to get back, actually. And also, that was like when shit, I mean, not that shit is like fantastic, but you know how now people say like even the criminals have left?
Worse. Yeah.
The shit was really bad then. And I was like, I also like, we can't go back.
No, I haven't been back. Yeah.
So she had that. Other than that, I mean, at one time I was asked if I had Facebook in my country. And I was like, no, we just send smoke signals. Like,
oh my God. Dude, in the same vein, like, same, literally, they were like, oh my God, this person literally turns to me and goes, at this dinner table surrounded by all these white people that I was trying to befriend, and they go, hey, so Venezuela, what's that like? Do you guys have clothes there, or do you wear banana leaves? I'm not kidding.
Yes. Arrest me for it.
Like, wait, literally, I was like, what are you talking about?
I need so much more context. I need what year this was. I need to know what setting you were in. Was this college?
Was 2016.
So this is after college. This is a college graduate who asked you this.
A mother of a college graduate. A grown-ass woman.
I see.
Yup. Yup.
What'd you say? Did you say we have banana leaves? Because so when I first started getting you these questions, I literally would be so shocked that I'd be like, no, like what? After I did
exactly, that's how I reacted. I was like, huh?
By the end of my tenure in Nashville, I would just like let loose.
Yeah, I bet you did. I bet you did. No,
we
this
did
was my
have
first
banana
time.
leaves. I had so many beautiful ones.
We sometimes put flowers in them.
That was when we were feeling fucking fancy.
Banana leaves. And then I followed with, no, yes, of course. Like, there's cars there. She was like, wow, cars?
No.
I don't know where the fuck she thought I was from. The Amazon?
But unless you were straight up, maybe, you know what? Maybe she was cultured enough and she knew about the Yanomami. Because that's one of the indigenous Venezuelan tribes that lives in the Amazon.
Which, by the way, I now have some of them on TikTok.
Slay.
I have a Yanomami person on TikTok. Slay. She's getting brand deals. Go you, queen.
I love to see Venezuelans excel.
Excel. Yeah. It was quite the experience.
One time I was asked if we moved here via raft. And I
have gotten that before. They're like, oh, you came here on a plane? I'm like, the fuck?
That one's really funny to me because
we
if you
don't
think
all
about
get
it,
here on a boat.
Not just that, but like if you think about it geographically, like fuck, we are Olympians. If my mom, my dad, my 5-year-old brother, and my 10-year-old self rafted across the entire Caribbean, like shit, you'd think I'd be fucking jacked. I wouldn't be the little scrawny rat that showed up.
Also, like more stereotypes is like to this day in the Lord's year of 2026, I still get people asking me, why don't you eat spicy food? I thought you were Hispanic.
Oh my God. This is...
You want to piss me off? You asked me that question.
This is... I don't even know what to call it. This is my greatest source of trauma in this life.
It's so annoying. I'm not Mexican.
So, okay, exactly. Because I always point out to people that I'm like, there's so many countries in Latin America and we don't all eat the same fucking thing. But there's this one account. Oh my God, this was posted on my birthday. But it was called El Extranjero Tropical, so the tropical foreigner. And they made like a little, it's called a picantometro, so like the spicy meter. And
spicy meter.
It like pretty much measures like how spicy food is in all the Latin American countries. And we are second to Argentina, who eats fucking breaded veal with rice and French fries. But we are one step.
Literally. One step above, baby.
I will hold this so you guys can see it.
Oh my
God. The picantometro. So starting.
Thank you.
Exactly. I whipped this out. I really should save it to my phone. I also like the little caricature under that says, I thought it was.
Tiene tanto que aprender.
No, I thought it was called Chile because spicy.
No, Lord. You have a lot to learn.
Yeah.
Dude, so real. So real.
I do get that one often.
Wow. Now everybody knows what an arepa is. So, like, we're doing something right.
You know what, though? But, like, call back to last episode. Maybe it's my gatekeep culture. I'd rather you not. Because I see what the United States has done to Mexico, and I feel bad.
Oh, so
I do not. The last thing I want is, like, some Trump voting guy.
Fast food
being
chain,
like, I want an arepa.
Ew, get out of here.
I'll snatch it out. So, hate to, I know that we're trying to, like, no, I'm actually
share the culture.
No. Actually, forget us.
No.
Keep us forgotten. I see what you have done. It's like Bad Bunny's song, like, I don't want them to do what they did to Hawaii. I don't want them to do to us. They've done
what they did to Mexico.
To poor Mexico and, like, their beautiful cuisine that now it's like, burrito.
Yeah, Tex-Mex.
No.
Gross. Yeah, no, that's really sad. That's really fucking sad.
Also, spicy in Mexico. It's funny because the times that I've gone, so we're big fans of Mexico City, and whenever I go, obviously I have the spicy tolerance of a fucking little lily petal. And I do not eat anything spicy at all. But every time I go to a restaurant, I ask them, and I'm like, y esto pica. So I ask them, like, is this spicy? And they're like, no. Yeah. It's not spicy at all. And then it arrives, and I'm like, bitch, it's fucking spicy. You guys are...
Ay, te jodiste.
I know. I always just have to suck it up, but they're just hardcore. One of my friends, Miri, is from Mexico. And she always, we differ there because also her snacks, and she's like, I want a spicy snack. And I'm like, I will literally die if I consume this.
Yeah.
This is where the Italian genes transferred many generations down. And I'm like, the only snack I want is something that's chocolatey.
Oh my gosh. No, I don't know. I think like, but again, this is probably just because like I had a lot of friends that showed me to eat different foods in college. And like, and that one time I went to India and I had to actually prep. Rally. I had to prep. I had to prep for that. Otherwise I was going to starve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would suffer.
And so since then, I slowly but surely have been increasing my spice tolerance, and now I can do chili oil.
Oh shit! She's a spicy girl. Shit. I've tried really hard to like Stockholm syndrome my taste buds and like go little by little, but like my body does not like it. So, but I want to because it's like. I don't think I brought this up in the podcast, but you know this about me. Like, I feel like when I was like a little kid, I used to be really picky, and I was really self-conscious about it. I hated being picky because I think it's fucking lame. I think it's lame. If you were a picky eater, grow up.
She said to herself in the mirror.
Literally. Like, what? My grandma would tell me too. She's like, see, you're going to go. My grandma is the most slay. This is my mom's mom. She's like the slayest slay of all the slays.
Of course, naturally.
She'd be like, you're going to go to a boy's house and you're not. You're going to be like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't eat that. And I was like, and this,
bro, you cannot beat the Aphrodite allegations. This is amazing. This is amazing.
Yeah. So I literally was like, no, this is embarrassing. You have to stop. And it's funny because now it's gotten so much to the point that I'm like, even if I dislike something, like I will eat it because it's polite. And it happened to me with your family in Spain.
What? El pulpo? What?
Actually, I've grown to like, I'm cool with octopus. But we ordered, do you remember like, so for everybody else's background, there was a trip that Vivi and I took to Portugal. And we were in Porto and we met up with her family who lives in Galicia. So it was her 2 cousins and her aunt and uncle. And so her uncle comes and he's like, what do you want to drink? And I was like, what are you drinking? I'll drink whatever you have. I don't do that. But I did it. He was like, I'm drinking vermouth. And I was like, yum. And so, actually, I loved it. Maybe because I was just in a really good mood. But whatever he ordered, I was like, yeah, this is delicious. You got such good taste.
I mean, he's a classy man. Everything he gets,
he was perfect.
Fire.
I loved him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I shared the vermouth with him, and I was like, great.
His sweater vest.
Classy boy. But then yeah. So do you remember they ordered that like big ass spread for the table? And one of the things that they ordered is like that squid ink bread with the calamari inside.
Yep.
I don't like calamari. I'll eat it.
Really?
But yeah, there's something about texture. It's just literally not my favorite thing. So
it's squidgy.
Yeah. But whatever. So they cut me a piece of that, and then they cut me a piece of everything, and I was like, oh, delicious. And I was like, wow, everything else is so fantastic. Let me kill the squid ink calamari first.
Oh no.
So I can savor the other items.
Like, more.
And so then I killed that, and they were like, wow, you love squid ink calamari black bread. And I was like, yeah, I do. And then
why did you say that?
And then they gave me a little more, and I was like, yum. You're like, yeah. I mean, I'm telling, like, again, it's one of those. I was like, see, this is what we trained for, little self, like,
good job,
so that you could rally through these moments. But I thought about that because I was like, imagine like how embarrassing if I told your family, like, no, I don't eat that,
bro.
No. Grow up.
Now, yeah, no. I mean, there is so many people that just like. I don't know. They can't hang, and they're like, bye.
No,
and that's fine.
No, it's not.
I don't know.
Let me clarify before anybody cancels me.
Like,
if it's a dietary restriction, if it's like a lifestyle thing, if you're vegetarian or vegan, that is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like people that are like, my foods can't touch. Grow.
Oh my God, I actually have a friend that does that, and every time, like, I love when my foods touch. I'm literally just like,
me too. Every bite has to have a little bit of something.
Place. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all going to the same place. Let's go. And she literally will be like, why is your mac and cheese touching your like a Thanksgiving plate, for example? Yeah. Like I sent it in the like a group chat, and I was like, oh my God, look how like nice everybody's sharing their Thanksgiving plate, and she literally is like, why is all your food touching? I was like, what?
Listen. My grandma said, it is very embarrassing if you go to someone. If you are sitting with someone who you want to impress and you are like, I can't. So you gotta rally. This is a lesson to everybody out there.
Suck it up.
this was me to me, so this isn't me being mean. We gotta grow up, guys. You gotta grow up and just stop being picky.
Grow up.
It is okay if there are a couple things that you can't do. Like, for example, like I wouldn't go to an omakase because like the big raw fish freaks me out. We're working on it.
That's fair. See, like I want to go to Japan and like even try. Like I hate the idea of it, but just the fact that this is like a cultural thing that they do, I'm like, I guess I gotta eat the horse meat sushi.
Horse?
Horse.
I would eat horse.
Sorry to all the horse girls out there.
I mean, it's like a big staple in Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
I would totally eat a horse.
But it's raw horse.
If they eat it, they're fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what like gets me. I'm like, oh my God.
I just can't look at the animal before you kill it. Like,
no,
like I would never be like, oh, let's go hunting. And then like, I would bow out for that part. But like in any other animal.
If we ever live in a commune, I'm not the hunter.
No.
I will be the gatherer.
No,
Sorry.
I will turn vegan.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like,
as long as I don't see it, I'll eat it.
My dad almost tricked me into eating heart in Peru one time, and I still ate it.
Oh yeah.
But he tried to be tricky about it. But that's my point. My point is
some crazy shit. I had a goat eye. Shout out to Jamaicans. That was wild.
I think
I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
I don't know if I could have the eye.
That.
Yeah,
it was a lot.
You know why I don't think I could have the eye?
I'm like thinking about it
big
again.
Trigger warning. I don't like. I know that it pops. I don't like.
Yep.
Anyway,
why are we talking about this?
Anyway, tell me some of the stories that your followers shared with you, so we can talk about those.
Oh my God! Right? Wow, we went really off topic. Okay, so hold on. Let me pull it up. I'm gonna list some of my favorites. So, okay.
So here's the earth round. Okay.
So, all right. Where is it? God, we've gotten even more.
Oh my God. Chicas Popu, popular girl.
Oh, bro, mirror and jewelry will always haunt me. I wonder who that is.
Oh.
Shout out to you, queen.
Shout out, Danny.
Why does embarrassed and embarazada sound so alike? True. My mom told the doctor I was constipated instead of congested.
Wait, is there context to that one?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I'll give it. Because I was I was given a little more context on that one.
Please.
So I guess in Mexico, this is our friend from Mexico. She said that like I just remembered one time my mom told the doctor that my brother and I were constipated, but she meant congested. So I guess it's that's that one. I was like, we actually do say congestionado in Venezuela, so I also would be like, what?
Congestionado. I am congestionated. This is a classic. Said bitch instead of beach. My English teacher made me repeat it in front of everyone.
I know who that is.
I don't think you do.
Really? Then
this is my friend's cousin.
That exact same story happened to one of my exes.
Oh shit! Oh no!
He was told that he got really tan. Yeah, maybe it's him. Maybe your friend's cousin. Cousin is him.
It's a girl.
Arrest me.
Arrest me. Oh my God! There's also the salmon classic, almond classic.
I actually that's the thing that I've always said. Why are salmon and almond not pronounced the same?
Why are they quiet?
Why is it not an almond or a salmon?
Almond, a salmon, exactly.
Life's big
and there's
questions.
Something else I forget. Jello.
What about it?
For yellow.
Okay, so when I was little, Pokemon Yellow came out. And I heard the ads on the radio. Because it was the 90s in Caracas. And it would be like, Pokemon Yellow, whatever. And my dumbass, well, not dumb, I just didn't speak English. I thought it was Pokemon Ice.
Pokemon Ice. Pokemon Yellow.
Yeah, I was like, Pokemon Yellow. Yeah, we're in Pokemon Ice.
Pokemon Yellow. Pokemon Ice. I love it. This one was one of my favorites. Give me a hand with this. And I actually physically gave them my hand.
I think in Spanish you do say that, though. Where are they from?
I think they're from somewhere in Northern Europe.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And then we also have the realization that Palmolive y Viva Peru are just American brands.
Ponqué is pound cake.
Ponqué. Colgate is just fucking Colgate.
Yeah, but that one I feel like I always used to say just like pasta diente instead of calling it that. But the one like Rimmel is what we call mascara, which is just Rimmel the brand.
Rimmel, yep.
Modest. That's pads.
Oh my god, I never even clocked that one.
Modest.
There's so many, dude. There's so many.
El Guachiman is just Watchman.
El Guachiman, that's my fave.
I think Ponqué is the one I always think about because when I figured that one out, I was like, what the fuck, Ponqué?
You were like, what? Ponqué.
El Ponqué.
And then we have, hold on, where was the other one? Pizza. Classic. Pizza.
That is so LatAm. I was never one of those,
It's
but
so
I feel like a lot of people in Latin America say that.
I love it. And then the classic, this is what I was referring to when you were going to tell your story about annoying. I thought you meant that believing that molestar translates to molesting. You're molesting me. Leave me alone.
That one's pretty crazy because molestar is literally just our word for annoying.
Exactly.
I actually, like, so it's funny. I also like these within other Latin American countries, like the things that we say. I feel like the crazy one too is particularly in Venezuela. Like we say like arrecho was us being angry.
My fave.
But in Colombia means they're horny.
Arrecho contigo, pana.
And so you're like, oh my God, I'm so arrecho right now. And people are like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Go home. You're just like, what?
They're like, you good? The people that celebrate, or what? You celebrate? The people that partake in Judaism.
Do you want me to say it? Is this a fill in the blanks?
This is a guess. Yes.
Juice.
Okay. And then the Capri Sun packet.
Juice.
What's in it?
I say these the same way.
You and my cousin have the same problem. There's juice for Capri Sun, and there's Jews for
juice and juice. Juice and juice.
Juice. Juice.
Juice and juice.
Juice and juice.
Juice and juice.
Juice and juice.
This actually, because okay, so we talked about this a little bit before the episode started, and it literally stumped me. I keep trying to be like, I
don't hear it.
Say it again. No, I hear it when you do it, but
juice.
I want some apple juice.
Jews.
Jews celebrate at the temple. It's the same thing.
Correct.
It's the same thing. It's the same.
Reason celebrates at the temple.
It's the same word, guys.
No. But literally, you and my cousin have the same problem. Actually, a couple different people said and responded to that one, and we're like, "Oh my God, I have the same issue."
Because it's the same word.
And then, fair enough. And then there's someone said, I didn't know that I said cockroach wrong up until 2 years ago. I said cockroach.
That actually, I think I sometimes
relatable.
Say it properly.
I think it's cockroach.
Cockroach. I think I had.
You're doing the other one. Cockroach.
When I had a little zest in between.
It did.
Cockroach.
And then comfortable.
I say comfortable properly.
Comfortable? Okay. I have a friend that says comfortable.
I feel like some people pronounce it like that, though, and it's not only just Latinos, so I need to keep an eye out.
English don't make no sense. But anyway, this was fun.
This was great.
I feel like there were so many fucking words that, like, there's just so much. There's so much. Like, I feel like the more that we get about this, like, please put all of your comments and, like, weird words or, like, stories that you've experienced as well. Like,
yeah, tell us what else you say weird, or if you've had a weird experience, whether it's good or bad. And on that, actually, we would be remiss to talk about all this without highlighting what is going on in the United States right now. Obviously, by hearing our stories, not that our parents, like, didn't go through, like, a whole big sacrifice as well, but, like, we have been fortunate enough for our parents to have, like, you know, the time and means to be able to go through the very rigorous, arduous, terrible immigration process in the United States. And it's very important to remember that people don't just come to the United States because they want to be closer to fucking Disney World. And they literally come because the situation in their countries is unstable and unsafe for them and their families. Yeah. So everybody deserves to be able to go through immigration in a way that is not horrible and expensive and time consuming.
And traumatizing. Exactly.
And horrifying. Yeah. And everything that's happening right now is fucking disgusting. So
yeah, it's fucking horrendous. And all that to say, love our immigrants. Shout out. And
never use the word expat. Say immigrant. We're all immigrants.
Fuck that
if
word.
You say expat, you're
oh my
fucking
God.
loser. Tell me to my face the difference between an expat and an immigrant, and tell me it's not just because they're white. So
exactly. Oh yeah, I'm a Venezuelan expat.
No,
the fuck,
you're a fucking immigrant. We're all immigrants. Immigrants are great.
Amen. Exactly. But anyway, immigrants, we get the job done. I love that. Anyway, alrighty. Well, thanks everybody. I hope you listen in to the next episode, and thanks for watching Beef Nation.
Hope you loved it.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Send us your stories. Catch you on the next one.
Pescado.
Ciao pescado. Stay Venusian out there.
Stay Venusian.